My son wanted a chocolate cake for his 16th birthday, and even though he would have been fine with me just making a regular cake in a 9 by 13 pan and slapping some frosting on top, yeah, I'm not going to do it that way. So I wanted to make a 3-layered chocolate cake, and I wanted really fudgy frosting. I don't want buttercream chocolate frosting. I want the fudgy frosting. So I used my favorite cake recipe, and the amount that it makes here is similar to what you would get in a boxed cake. The key ingredient in here is buttermilk, and it makes it such a moist and fudgy cake. And then I did cut out parchment paper into those rounds just to ensure that it doesn't stick to the pan. I put it in the oven, baked it at 350 degrees, and I think I baked it for like 12 to 14 minutes until when I touched it, it was spongy on top. And then I run a knife around the edges, and then I turn it onto a wire rack. After it's been out of the oven for about 10 minutes, pull that parchment paper off, and it's beautiful. Now let's move on to the frosting. So you take chocolate chips, and I use the Ghirardelli chocolate chips, and it's 16 ounces of it, and you melt it, and I just melted it in the microwave in 30-second increments and stirred every time, and then put all those ingredients in the mixer. Also, this mixer is amazing. It's a Bosch mixer. I've had it for about 10 years. Love, love, love this mixer. I linked it on Amazon in my profile, and also to Bosch, who makes it. And if you use my code, you can get like $20 off. But this is the frosting, and I did chill the frosting. And I also chilled those cakes. I put them in the fridge overnight. I work full time, and so I just needed to do it in spread out increments. So I chilled it overnight, pulled it out, and it does frost better if both have been chilled. I put frosting on the cake stand just so that cake won't slip around. And then I put on tons of frosting in between because it's just a really, really fudgy frosting. Layered it up 3 layers, and I used my hands to make sure that we didn't have like that leaning tower of pizza. And then I frosted all 3 layers, took that cake knife and spread it around pretty well. And then I took my pastry scraper and just tried to smooth it out. I was in a hurry, so I wasn't going for the entire let's spend hours getting this cake as smooth as we can. Yes, I could spend the time. I didn't have the time. I had a birthday party that night and needed just to get it done. So I smoothed it out pretty well and didn't spend more than about 10 minutes doing it. And then I just piped your basic shell around the edges. And my son doesn't like sprinkles, so he was a no-go on the sprinkles. And so I just used those mini chocolate chips just to give it some kind of decoration because I like to decorate it. And I ended up putting candles on top, and he loved it. And it was a really, really good chocolate cake.